for indulging us our scene change. This is wonderful. I need folks to come. I move chairs and stands every day. I need that sort of applause after they're done in the morning between classes. As you all may or may not be aware, before we lost Sandi just a little over a week ago, she was very, very involved in the planning of this concert and had originally intended to be here, was going to conduct Ubat Caritas at the end, had some remarks for that. But she very carefully chose the music, the musicians, and the people who would be involved in this because she really wanted it to reflect her work, what she had done, all the different things and all the variety. And one of the first groups that came up, or the first things that came up was, well, we've got to have Fred and Sue. Fred Barton, I believe I'm trying to hold it, I think both Fred, Barton, and Sue Scannell are both class of 78, if I got that wrong. They're both class of 76, I was off by 2, good, thanks. Saving a couple of years. And Fred Barton was known around here as a picture in M1, Fred and his women. Every year, some of you know that, every year from his sophomore year, he had whoever the strongest cabaret singer and senior singer was, and he created a cabaret act, and the two of them went out and they played all over the place, and Sandi said, well, they have to come. They have to be here to do this. Fred has gone on to be a Broadway music director, has toured the world, worked with people like Joel Grey and Anthony Quinn and many, many, many others in the professional theater world, a terrific composer and arranger. Sue left here and took a different path in Hollywood and appeared as a long run on Dynasty, and has also never lost her musical theater roots, and I had the pleasure of working with her down at the Regal Music Theater recently. So, please welcome Fred Barton and Sue Scannell to revive their cabaret acts from 1976.
So, is Gail Cerulli here, by the way? Are you here? I think you are. You're hiding. I'll see you
Does
afterwards.
she know the party's at her house after?
So Sue and I got together for our senior year, and I developed our act, and we played the finest nursing homes and Masonic lodges in Lexington, and about halfway through the year, I had basically exhausted the appropriate repertoire for the two of us, some Cole Porter, etc. And we had a sound and an attitude about our act. And about halfway through the year, Sandi Peaslee met me in that hallway, which they have now destroyed. But her room was right there, and the hallway was right there, and they can't destroy my memory of the day when she said, Fred, you and Sue have got to do Baby It's Cold Outside. It's perfect for you two. And I didn't know Baby It's Cold Outside, and so I thought, well, okay, I'll look it up. And it was a little different from the type of thing that we were doing at that time, but I listened to it carefully, and I thought, Sandi is right, of course. And it was perfect for us. So I rewrote the lyrics to sort of Sue and Frederize it, and created this version of it that we're about to do for you. And I wanted to do this for you, partly because, of course, this is the song that Sandi specifically recommended to me and that we did. But out of all the stuff we did, when we moved on in our lives, we both ended up in the professional theater right after freshman year of college, and we got our professional gig and had a cabaret. There was a cabaret there, and we did Baby It's Cold Outside every night, and it was our hit. And then we moved to New York a little bit later and started to play. There used to be plush, wonderful supper clubs there. We played a circuit of them with our new, more polished New York act. But the centerpiece was Baby It's Cold Outside, Sandi's recommendation, and we last did it 31 years ago on this stage at a tribute concert we threw together for for Mr. D. He was alive. He sat right there. And and Sandi helped us put that concert together. Now, I did change the lyrics, lacking chutzpah in no degree. And I have since actually become acquainted with the Frank Lesser family. Frank Lesser wrote the music and lyrics. He wrote it as a party song for him and his wife to do. I have now been to his apartment, met Joe Lesser, his daughter Susan, and played his piano. And I am hoping, Frank, that you will forgive me for those lyric changes. I think you'll like it.
You're making me nervous. You got all those people up there.
Yeah, it's like,
Jesus.
all right, shall we give it a whirl?
Give it a whirl. I really can't stay.
But baby, it's cold outside.
I gotta go.
But baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has
How about just a
been
tiny
so very
gin?
nice.
I'll hold your hand. It's just like
Now
ice.
listen, don't you get any notions.
Making all the commotion.
I wouldn't if you fell on your knees.
Kindly don't give me your deep
I won't have any more of your
Pretend
potions.
that we're lost on the
I
ocean.
won't get any closer if you
You
please.
think that a tropic disease.
Which way to the door?
Why are you so cold out here?
You know darn well what for.
You look solid gold out here.
It's just not my style.
I'm losing my smile.
You know full well.
Are you suggesting that I go to?
It's not that we just don't get along.
We might as well be playing ping pong.
Sweetie, we'll be chums if we can.
I'd sooner have a date with your
You
grand.
think I hate you, dear, but you're
So
wrong.
make me feel as if I
I'd
belong.
really like to stay with my man.
Well, that takes us back where we
I
began.
really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got on my way.
But baby, you'll get old outside.
This evening has gone.
Don't put that coat on.
Much too long.
Come on, at least we could finish the
I
song.
ought to say no, no,
That's
no,
it,
sir.
Just moving
I bet you
closer.
thought I played it hard to
Well,
get.
hon, I'm even thinking it yet.
Hon, I won't hold
My couch is a fold out, but it's cold outside.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
We'll have an old-fashioned wedding, blessed in the good old-fashioned way. I'll vow to love you forever. You'll vow to love and honor and obey. Somewhere in some little chapel.
Little chapel?
Somewhere where orange blossoms bloom.
I'm allergic.
We'll have an old-fashioned wedding. A simple wedding for an old-fashioned bride and groom.
I don't know.
What's the problem with all that?
I want a wedding in a big church with bridesmaids and flower girls. A lot of ushers and tailcoats, reporters and photographers. A ceremony by a bishop who will tie that knot and say, do you agree to love and honor? Love and honor, yes, but not obey. I want a wedding ring surrounded by diamonds and platinum. A big reception at the Waldorf with champagne and caviar. I want a wedding like the Vanderbilts had. Everything big, not small. If I can't have that kind of a wedding, I don't want to get married at all.
Well, maybe I didn't do it emphatically enough.
Oh, you were clear. I want a wedding in a big church with bridesmaids and flower girls. A lot of ushers and tailcoats, reporters and photographers. A ceremony by a bishop who will tie the knot and say,
you'll vow to love.
do you agree to love and honor? Love and honor, yes, but not obey. I want a wedding ring surrounded by diamonds and platinum. A big reception at the
orange
Waldorf
blossoms
with champagne and caviar.
We'll
I want a wedding like the Vanderbilts had. Everything big, not small. If it's not a big wedding, I don't want to get married at all. If it's not a big wedding, I don't want to get married at all.
I'm going to throw off another one for you, and the reason is because the last time I saw Sandi, she came down to New York with my mother to see this new show that I'd put together with my orchestra, and it was a bit of a surprise. I mean, she doesn't show up in New York to my stuff that often. It was just a little while ago, and this song was already on my bill, but I introduced her to the audience in the last of the plush supper clubs existing in New York. I introduced her to the audience, said my high school music teacher is here. And this song happens to sum up everything that she is about. So, Sandi, if you don't mind the encore, I will lay it on him again. Okay? Don't be the leaf if you can be the tree. Don't be the raindrop if you can be the sea. 'Cause the leaf may fall, but the tree remains. It may never rain at all, but the sea remains. Better to be the tree and the sea. See? Don't be the cloud if you can be the sky. Don't be the feather, be the bird and fly. 'Cause the clouds roll by, but the sky rolls on, and a bird can fly. With a feather gone, be the bird and the sky and the tree and the deep blue sea. Don't be anything less than everything you can be. Don't be the sail if you can be the boat. Don't be the lining if you can be the coat. 'Cause the sail can break and the boat will float, and a coat without a lining is still a coat. Better to be the coat and the boat. Quote! Don't be the stick if you can be the drum. Don't be the sugar, be the plum, by gum. 'Cause the stick can break and the drum will beat, and without a sugar coat, plums are good to eat. Better to be the drum and the plum and the boat and the coat and the bird and the sky and the tree and the deep blue sea. Don't be anything less than everything you can be. Be flat. Don't be the moo if you can be the cow. Don't be the furrow if you can be the plow. 'Cause you can't get milk from a moo, no way. If the furrow's in a rut, still the plow's okay. Better to be the plow and the cow. Now, don't be the sting if you can be a bee. Don't be a 2 if you can be a 3. 'Cause the sting won't make you a honey bun. Take the 2 from the 3 and you still got 1. Better to be the bee and the 3 and the cow and the plow and the plum and the drum and the boat, coat, bird, sky, tree and the deep blue sea. Don't be anything less than everything you can be. Don't be the string if you can be the kite. Don't be the darkness if you can be the light. 'Cause the string can break and you'll fly that kite, but would anyone here fly a kite at night? Better to be the kite and the light, right? Don't be the tail if you can be the dog. Don't be the bump if you can be the log. 'Cause he can wag his tail, but it can't wag him, and a bump without a log's on a shaky limb. Better to be the dog and the log and the kite and the light and the bee and the three and the cow and the plow and the drum and the plum and the boat and the coat and the bird and the sky and the tree and the deep blue sea. Don't be anything less than everything you can be. Right?
Mr. Fred Barton.